What's going on, everybody? My name is Blaze, and today I wanted to take a look at something that had been kind of bothering me the last couple of days. I wanted to see if time traveling to April now would actually let you see the Bunny Day event. I got into a conversation with someone on Twitter the other day um, about the events in general and how they're locked behind downloadable content. And I never actually tested it myself to find out if they are locked under downloadable content. So here I've got Animal Crossing version 1.1.3 on a town that I have not. You can see there's a bunch of weeds there. I haven't played this town really ever. I thought I'd have enough time for 2 towns, and guess what? It's a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be. And I think now maybe I probably have more time because I'm to a point in my main town where I can kind of relax a little bit, but I feel like there's so much to do in your town that it's really hard to do that. So I want to go ahead and load up this game and see if Zipper T Bunny is actually in the game. So let's go ahead and do that. This is 1.1.3. This is my other console here, which is on the current software, which you can see at the top there is 1.2.1c. So obviously I'm not on the newest firmware for this, or the newest download update for this game. I honestly don't know if this is going to do anything, but we'll see. Very important island life. Cherry blossom petals. Okay, so I did look up on, what is this, Wikipedia, some of the updates for New Horizons. 1.1.0 or 1.1.1a is required to be downloaded and installed for the event to be enabled in-game for Zipper T Bunny starting April 1st through April 12th. I am on April 9th, and I don't think he's here. I also have a drift issue on this controller, so I'm going to try to fix that, I guess, today or something. But, yeah, he's definitely not here. And maybe he's walking around. Maybe I can find him by just kind of, like, walking around the town. I actually don't have access to all my areas, though, so I'm really limiting myself. I don't even think he would go to the other islands or the other sections of the island if I don't have everything I need to explore. Although I think, yeah, I don't have anything. I literally have nothing. So, okay. I guess we'll pick up some stuff and maybe make a vaulting pole if I can. I don't think I can do that though. But I don't see him anywhere, so I'm willing to bet that you don't get him unless you're on the update required by Nintendo to enable any of the events that are supposed to take place. So it's a bummer. I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I think that's actually kind of a bad thing to hide some of these events behind downloadable updates, specifically because people might want to go back to Bunny Day and get some things that they missed. And time traveling is not necessarily a bad thing. If that's the way you prefer to play the game, that's totally fine. I just don't... and I kind of understand their reasoning for doing it, because they want you to experience those events during the time those events are live. But it's definitely not something that I expected from Animal Crossing. It's actually a little bit disappointing when I think about this game and what I wanted from this game. Not that I was ever going to time travel, but just in the idea of not being able to experience certain events is kind of a bummer. I also think it's frustrating for people who, were going to, check out some of the other events like way early. It's a bummer to not be able to do that, but it's also kind of a benefit so that those people don't get like some unfair advantage, and they don't write all these like epic guides for how to win or how to get all the items in Halloween, for example. There's no like clear advantage. So I totally understand why they'd want to do that, but it's still a bit of a bummer when it comes to, things that have already happened. So the Bunny Day event's already taken place. There's really no reason to hide it from us anymore. We know what it is. We know what it's about. So in my mind, like if someone wants to go back to Bunny Day, let them go back to Bunny Day. There's no reason to hide it from us anymore. I understand the surprise and the suspense of saying, hey, we don't want to spoil anything for you, so we're not going to show you Halloween until October 31st. I totally get that, but it's not necessarily, it doesn't hurt anything if you're going to allow someone to go back and experience some things that they didn't get, that they missed, or maybe get the rest of the things that they missed. Or someone who starts the game today, June 9th, they might want to go back and see Bunny Day, and I think that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no real way to limit someone's ability to time travel all the time, so at the very least, I think they should let us go back to the things that happened before. But I'm not so sure that's ever going to be true. In a second here, I'm going to update this game to the latest version, and we'll see what happens. I think I messed up because I meant to have this game on 1.1.1C or A, so I could actually still have access to Bunny Day and show off, what would happen, but I didn't have a chance to do that. And I think this proves my point that you can't go back and you can't actually experience past events. But I want to update to the latest firmware here, or the latest version, and see if that actually does anything with letting you see the previous event of Bunny Day. Again, not that anybody wants to go back to Bunny Day, but I think I'd rather catch fish than eggs. I think that's the nightmare we all had to experience and live through. Anyway, let me go back and update the game. All right, so we're back with version 1.2.0. I updated once. I don't really know. I guess it was going to update again, but I stopped it. There are eggs on those trees, though, which is weird. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you actually can go back to Bunny Day now. At least as of 1.2.0. Maybe 1.2.0 on Nukipedia says that this is the one that brings in Leaf and Nature Day and a few other things too. So we're still on April 9th. But 1.2 was the update that happened on April 23rd. So maybe it's not locked. Maybe you actually can experience Bunny Day. There's Zipper right there. So he's actually still here. I did not realize that he would be here. There is one more update that I need to do, because I think the next update, 1.2.1C, is the one that my main switch is on. My Animal Crossing switch is currently on. So maybe they haven't locked previous events behind things. It's his favorite holiday, apparently. So yeah, maybe I jumped the gun. So we're gonna update to the next version here in just a couple minutes and kind of see if there is any other surprises. Maybe if the newest update disables this, then that'll kind of answer the questions. But I don't know why 1.2 would allow for Zipper, but then the next one, 1.2.1, would not. So I guess we can find out, but it's weird. It's just weird. So the updates in general just have always been kind of weird to me. So I'm kind of tired of talking to him. So I guess I'll shake this tree and get some eggs that I don't want, that nobody wants, just to hang on to him for a second. So, okay, so there's Zipper. He's definitely here. It's April 9th in my game, so I got nothing. Maybe I'm eating a slice of humble pie. But I guess the real test comes on the next and final update, which I'll be doing right now. Alright, here we are, version 1.2.1, Animal Crossing New Horizons. I can't really see if any of the trees have eggs on them. We are still in the Cherry Blossom Festival, which is good. Let's go ahead and start the game up and see who we're gonna get. If Zipper T is actually in this version. This isn't the latest version. I think there might be another one. But I didn't get the C update for whatever reason. I don't know why. Let's take a look and see. Oh, he's still here. Okay, so he's still in the game. Interesting. So I'm glad that you can at least travel backwards. And it looks like as of right now, you still can travel backwards. You just can't travel forward and experience events that have not taken place yet. So I understand that. I'm not upset about that. I just wish that all of the events were in the game now, like the traditional Animal Crossing games. And I think with live updates and online access in general, it's become kind of a crutch for developers to kind of push games out and then fix them later, which I'm not a fan of, but that's not necessarily what happened here. It's just kind of, you know, it's kind of what it's what they're able to do given the technology and the ease and accessibility of online downloads and updates. So let me know how you guys feel, because I'm kind of on the fence on this. I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm glad that he's there. I'm glad that you can still go back. Whether or not you can go forward is kind of the debate. Whether or not you should be able to go forward. I actually am kind of excited for everybody to experience Halloween together and not for any one person to be ahead of the game. I am excited about that. So for as much as I don't like the idea of like, hey, this game is going to have updates throughout the year to add new content and new events and stuff. As much as I don't like that, I'm actually kind of like, I don't know. I guess I'm on the fence, because I know there's going to be YouTubers out there that just, go to all of the events and put guides together for everything. And I know that because I was going to be one of them when the game came out. But I wasn't able to because they locked all the events behind DLC. So, I wanted to put the guides together for Halloween and for Thanksgiving and Toy Day and all that stuff, but they shut me down. So I think that's part of the reason I'm a little bummed out about it. But at the same time, the game is still amazing. So, I'm not too upset. But anyway, let me try to do one more update and see if there is anything else that I can put in there that may restrict Zipper from being into town. I'm also going to change the date to the 10th and see if that does anything. So hold tight 1 second. All right, so we're back on version 1.2.1. There were no other updates that I could get. I tried, and nothing else was able to be downloaded. So I guess this is the final version. Let's go ahead and jump in. This is April 10th. I moved everything forward one day. It seems like everything... The Cherry Blossom Festival is still here. But let's see. Yep, Bunny Day is nearly upon us. Seems like the event often coincides with the change in the weather. Snuck up on me this year. We should be able to see shooting stars in the sky tonight. Isabelle never tells me that. Like, I've seen shooting stars at night, and Isabelle never tells me that. Side note, I'm a little bummed out that she never says that. But what are you going to do? She's very adamant about telling me about her television watching habits, but what about shooting stars, though? Anywho, hey, my villagers have houses now. That's cool. Okay. Let's go see if we can find eggs. Yep, eggs on trees are still here. So yeah, looks like there is no locking the DLC or locking the updates after the event's already taken place. So that's kind of cool. I will gladly eat humble pie. I was wrong. I thought they definitely had. I thought one of the updates locked Bunny Day so you couldn't experience it after, but I was wrong. I will accept that. But there you have it. That is the answer to the age-old question, do they lock all the events behind DLC or just the ones that haven't happened yet? It sounds like they only lock the ones that have not happened yet, and you can go experience Bunny Day today. If you enjoy trying to catch fish and getting eggs instead. If you enjoy that. And you know what? In some ways, it almost seems like they're using live players to play test some of the events that they have. Because I know they made some adjustments to Bunny Day and the items that you catch while fishing. People were complaining about there being too many water eggs, and they made adjustments to that so that you wouldn't get as many. So maybe that's a part of it. Like maybe the playtest part of it is something that is really happening, and that they want people to, to understand, or want people to make the game better. When live players to make the game better. I'd prefer they did some of that in-house. I think that would be better. It'd also make more jobs for people who would love to playtest Animal Crossing before it comes out. I would love to do that. But, I mean, it is what it is. I don't have any problems with it, necessarily. But, I just wish that they used to take a lot more time to make games more, they used to only get one shot, and they had to really work hard to playtest everything and make sure all the bugs were gone, make sure that people weren't going to be upset about certain things, and then to try to get everything out as, in a timely enough manner. And now they don't do as much playtesting and rely on players to make updates via the internet, which is good and bad. I don't really have an opinion on that right now. Just something I've noticed in recent days, but obviously you couldn't update an N64 game, so it kind of makes sense. I get it. But I should wrap the video up. It's been a long one, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you guys for sticking with me and hanging out today, clicking on the video, and finding out together whether or not you can experience Bunny Day today. You sure can. Just time travel. But anyway, guys, my name is Blaze, and I will catch you guys on the flippity flip.